Hola, hola. This is your boy Tico Trend, and this video is going to be about an incident that happened to me and Deshari, who was my fiance at the time, which is Kira's mother, my daughter's mother, basically. She was my fiance at the time, and this is mind you, this is after Kira was born, um, and stuff. So we were actually hanging out. We were actually going. This is like one of the reasons why I don't really do the whole entire PDA in America, basically, because you got goofy people. Um, so like we were out on a date basically, and we went to a very very nice restaurant, and this that, and the other. So like we had a very lovely date, and unfortunately, Deshari actually passed away. So it really really sucked when she was visiting her parents in Albania. Um, but yeah, this is before all that, and after Karen was born, we got a babysitter. We were like going out on date night, basically. We, to, keep the romance alive, basically. Keep the couples thing alive, basically. So we were out, and we were at this lovely restaurant. It was very very nice. It was a very lovely restaurant. They had a dance floor, and they also had food and stuff. This and the other. They had a bar on the one side. They had a dance floor where everybody could dance and stuff like that. So like we decided we're going to get up and dance. Okay, cool. So we were dancing, this that and the other, and like our food eventually comes to the table. So we're like we finish the dance and we get all romantic-y on the floor and we kiss and stuff like that. And we go back to the table, and like she's basically has my hand, and we're walking back to the table, and before we got back to the table, I had put my hand on her butt, basically, like I was touching her butt, basically. So we're sitting down, and like we're sitting down and we eat our food. I pull her chair out, do the whole entire gentleman thing, pull her chair out, push it back in, this that, and the other. We're eating. And she says, so we eat our food and we continue eating our food, and so like we finish up our dinner, basically. We pay for dinner. We move to the bar, basically. So like because the turnover was like not that great. So like we moved to the bar so like the next group of people can come in, basically. And we were hanging out at the bar for the rest of the night, basically. So like I remember I was sitting in a stool, and Deshari was standing in front of me, like kind of sort of in front of me, basically. So like I had my hand on her butt, this that and the other, and long story short, a white lady basically called the cops on me for sexually harassing or sexually assaulting my own fiance. Let that shit sink in. So, cops came. I was in handcuffs. This, that, and the other, and this and the other. We were, and basically the restaurant knew that we were engaged. And we had a daughter, and that's the reason why the whole entire thing. Because like we had the little celebration, like she got like a little thing, basically saying happy. It was Mother's Day too. Matter of fact, I forgot to mention that. And it was Mother's Day, and like I was, that's after we had Kira, basically. And so like we were basically there, and the restaurant knew why we were there, basically to celebrate, her being a mother, and her beauty as a woman, basically. So back to the thing. So like the cops come, I get put in handcuffs. I'm sitting in the back of the police cruiser. My fiance is pretty irate and mad because I got put in the back of the cruiser, and the cop is like asking, "Well, you know why I'm arresting you?" I go, "No, we're arresting you for sexually assaulting a woman, basically. You were reported by another person, basically. Basically, some other lady reported me for touching my own fiance's ass." So like they go to question Deshari about like, "Oh, ma'am, are you okay?" This, that, and the other. Yes. Why do y'all have my fiance in handcuffs? He goes, "Well, we got a report that he was sexually assaulting you." It's my fiance. It's like, it's my fiance. He didn't sexually assault me. He loves me, and we had a child together, basically. So why are you arresting my fiance? Well, we got a report and we were, are you sure you weren't being sexually assaulted? She was very pissed. I'm pretty sure I wasn't sexually assaulted. I pretty much know my fiance. That's my fiance. I'm gonna need you to get him out of the damn car, basically. Oh, she was very irate about that shit. So, one thing leads to another and stuff like that. So, like, I guess they talked to like a couple of the people there. They talked to the person who took, I guess the lady. Matter of fact, the funny thing about it was the lady who actually took my reservation and like the reasoning behind my reservation, because they always ask you, fancy restaurants like that ask you basically, is there any like special thing that you want at your table basically and stuff like that basically. And she happened to be there, and so like, yeah, that's his fiance. This and the other day had a baby, Mother's Day, and like, she didn't feel as pretty because she had a baby, this and the other basically. So like, she basically pretty much gave the whole entire spiel and how I explained it on the phone when I made the dinner date, basically, the reservation. So, like, it was actually, and I sat in a police cruiser in handcuffs, basically, because, I was accused by a white lady for assaulting my own fiance at the time, which was, like, really, really sucky. And when I look back on it, it sucked. Why do I have to go through this? But this is like before the whole entire Me Too thing. This is way before all that shit. This is way before like the whole entire third, fourth wave feminist thing was actually starting to pick up steam and shit like that. And you can say I literally seen this shit coming basically. And since that time, I don't do PDA in America ever again. I don't do if y'all don't know what PDA means, it's public displays of affection, basically, in America no more. That's the reason why I don't do it in America no more, because of this shit, basically. Why would I? And the thing that pisses me off is I don't know if the lady was jealous or or just prejudice and or being hateful basically, or being like resentful or being like bitchy or catty, whatever the hell you call it basically. I don't know if she was doing that or if she was like just being an ass basically, which really, really sucks. But like, yeah, it sucked that it happened to me, and that's one of the many things that actually happened to me, which really, really sucked. And in hindsight, now I can actually laugh about it, but like when it was actually taking place, that shit wasn't funny. That lady literally fucked up our evening out, literally. All because she was either being hateful or jealous or wherever the fuck she had a problem with, basically. And that shit pisses me off. And this is the shit that I don't really quite understand about white women in America with this whole entire feminist movement. It's like you want to, and like the sad part about it is that shit was like rare back then, but this shit is like an actual thing today, basically, in this society. Literally, there are husbands that actually are being arrested because somebody wanted to call the cops on them, saying that they're sexually assaulting or sexually groping or sexually harassing their significant others, literally. And they're out trying to have a good night, and their night get ruined by somebody like this woman, basically. So the sad part about it, there's crazy bitches like this that actually exist in America who will fuck up your night and fuck up your day, even just because. And it's sad. Why's it gotta be like that? But yeah, I digress.